Hello, hello, hello. I must sing hello. I don't know why I'm singing, but why not? Why not? Hello to you.
Y'all, we gotta tell you, if we played that, would we get a copyright
Probably
strike?
so. Mm.
Okay. My wife had me watching this
Lisa
Lisa
Page Brooks.
Page, bro. I'll show y'all what it looks like,
They
but
know.
I'm not going to. How you know everybody know?
Because I told you it's viral.
Well, they may not see the virility. Maybe TikTok is because it's owned by
No,
China.
it's on Facebook too. And people
Where'd it
put
go?
like, this is my mood when I feel whatever.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind. She's been watching this video. Lisa Page Brooke goes, yeah, 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 yeah. And then the choir does what?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Then she go, yeah, 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 yeah. And then well, yeah, yeah. And then they go, do it. She's watched this thing 86
Get
times.
a little mesmerized. I mean, her vocal skills are
Yes.
impeccable.
Even you said that's all she says, yeah, yeah, yeah. So she showed it to me. So I'm like, that's not cute. Y'all excuse the bottom.
What
I'm trying to
happened?
fix it while we're here. We don't have a producer yet.
What's wrong?
You'll see the back, how this is off.
Well, you brought attention to it. Oh, the
The
three
part
is hanging
three.
off.
Yep. I never
See,
fixed it.
I don't know how many people would have noticed that.
Well, you know
Okay,
me.
well, here he goes. So he is now distracted.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Did I
yeah.
tell you, did I share my husband has ADHD?
Why are you gonna do that? That's the other part of my story.
Wait.
I can tell my own
Oh,
story.
sorry.
Y'all, it's been getting on her nerves.
One of those days today, so excuse us.
We've done a whole lot of nothing.
We just need. Have you ever had one of those days? And we are going to get to our the destiny teaching. Have you ever had one of those days where if it's not one thing, it's another? Our internet went down this morning, and we have been troubleshooting all day long. And guess when a technician can come? Not tomorrow, not Saturday.
Tomorrow is
Tomorrow's
Friday.
Friday. So they're coming Sunday, and we were like, "Ugh, okay, all right."
Ain't
So,
gonna miss church though.
no, we will go to church, and then the technician will come later on Sunday evening. So,
But you know, you get
yeah,
frustrated when
just
you have
frustrated.
schedule sitting all out.
But we've been pulling cords and on the phone and all this stuff.
So
So
how are they getting this now?
now
Because we love them
we love it. We
so
love you
much
all.
and are committed.
So we are recording. And then my husband has to go to Starbucks so he can download this.
Upload it.
Okay, yeah, one of those. And make sure that you have it. So, will you like and share and push that notification
Please,
button? Because we love you all. And
please.
we do believe the content that we're providing is
It's
not,
stellar.
I do think so myself. Not only is it biblically based, but it gives you practical tools to thrive, not just survive.
Yep.
So, I think that's a great entree.
I want to say also that this isn't just for married people.
Absolutely not.
This is for anybody who's looking to thrive. Okay, and so you mentioned a good entree. So the past two parts, this is the third part. We thought we would get them all in one setting, but we start figuring out in our conversation that it was just too rich for us to rush through anything. That was plenty more meat on each of the bones. But to thrive now, whatever your age is, these tips are applicable, whatever your color is,
Mhm.
whatever your gender is. So, the first thing that you need to understand about discovering your destiny, the first thing
Is,
that you need, focus.
and you can go back to part one and we unpack focus. That was a great episode.
Focus.
Focus.
Now, I didn't know if you remembered that one. Did you remember the first point?
Yeah, I wrote it down so we could review.
Where?
On my notes,
How
it
did you not
says,
write it down?
because I remembered our points.
All right, so she mentioned ADHD. It seems like now that everything else has been put in check, pretty much if I stay up too late, I'll get a little put off. ADHD, it seems like since everything else in place, she is just so aggravated and annoyed that I don't focus. See, that's the point.
Oh,
You
I'm
thought
like,
I was gonna miss
yeah, I didn't
it.
know what.
You thought I was gonna miss it.
Okay, so
Yeah, yeah.
okay, number two, when it comes to destiny,
Again, we're talking about any age, any race,
how do
any
you
gender.
reach?
To thrive, you must understand and know that the way you reach your destiny is by
Calling.
your calling. Your calling. You've got to know
Mhm.
or start walking into where God is calling you to. Today, the third point is the third thing that you need to reach your destiny.
And that was part two. That was
Yes.
another great episode.
Yeah.
So, what's the third point?
The
So,
first one, focus. The second one is a
calling.
calling. The third one is discovery. All right,
Oh,
so now let me preface this. She did not know our third point today was discovery. And that's how she wanted to go into it. She
mhm.
wanted to go into it. All three of them, actually, she did not know what any of them were. And I promise you, I'm not lying. I didn't text her. You know how people can
Mhm.
manipulate truth? None of those kinds of things. And I think actually that's probably what spawned even more
Yeah, richer
conversation.
conversation.
General,
Mhm.
what am I trying to say?
I said,
Genuine.
okay, richer, genuine, both.
I didn't hear what you said.
It's okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Are we gonna keep doing this?
Perhaps three things needed to
We
reach
already
your
we already we already
destiny.
rehearsed them.
Mhm.
So discovery.
Yeah,
So what
I'm
do you
like,
think I mean with that?
to reach your destiny. So we talked about focus, we talked about
Your call.
calling, discovery. I would tend to think, what are things in your life that bring you joy, and discovering what those things are,
Mhm.
discussing that with others that see the giftings that you have, and unpacking those things that will lead you down the road to your destination. Am I on track or not?
Yeah, I was just thinking about my doctorate, and um, so that there are two things when you're writing a dissertation, and one they're delimitations, and the other one are limitations.
Delimitations.
Hmm.
Okay.
Delimitations. But a limitation is built on uh, what would be natural. So if you're studying men, it's a limitation that you aren't including women.
Yes.
Okay. Um, but delimitations mean that the course of your study, some of it you will not know what you can't study. You can't
Mm.
predict that there is a sampling or that there's another thesis or dissertation out there that could help you or that would not help you. So there's some
Mm.
delimitations on it. Now, what does that have to do? Why would I bring that one up? Because as you're searching out your call, there are going to be some limitations and there are going to be some delimitations. So, a limitation is if you are seeking to be a male gymnast, you are limited by being able to do that. So, you might be good as a female, doing everything that a
Wait,
gymnast would do.
are you a male or female?
If you're seeking to be,
A male gymnast,
yes.
but you're a female?
Yes.
Okay.
There's another example of a limitation. But if
Yeah.
you are a if you feel like your call is the Olympics
Mm-hmm.
to compete as a gymnast,
Okay.
but you can't do a backflip
Mm-hmm.
as a man, you got to deal with that. Now, let me again put in the context of what we're talking about, our call. I don't do what don't I do well? Name one thing I don't do well. We're
You don't
waiting,
always follow through
waiting.
on projects.
Okay. Why'd I even ask her? She presented it politically correct. I appreciate I appreciate that. So explain that. How does it have to do it? Since you wanted to say it,
You asked me.
yeah. So how does that? How does that have anything to do with my calling?
You said, what don't you do well?
Yes, I was teeing up what we're about to talk about, our calling.
We're talking about discovery.
Okay, our discovery. You're right. See, it just happened again, didn't it?
You don't know what he's talking about.
Let me give you something.
Discovery. What are you talking about?
All right, so I like tech. I like doing this kind of stuff, but I need some help with these graphics down here.
Okay.
I understand tech, but actually applying it, making it work, that is not me.
Mm-hmm.
So I know that a part of my destiny has something tech related in it.
That's
That's just a streak that's in me.
okay.
So I've been involved in some pretty big projects that haven't been public, but it was tech 1000%.
All right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So my discovery process is okay, as I'm looking at how God made me, I'm discovering about myself, I really like tech.
How did you discover that?
I start looking back on, all right, so back when Atari was there
Mm-hmm.
and you had Intellivision, I was the one that was always trying to figure out, well, how can we can you put them both together, or
Mm-hmm.
well, this is my Atari side, this is my what is it, my Intellivision side. This is me as a 52-year-old man looking back on it.
Got it.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I got ready to go. It was 10th grade, I believe it was, and for Christmas I got a stereo system,
Mm-hmm.
and I learned how to uh, dub tapes
Mm-hmm.
from the night, whatever, I hit stop, I hit play. So I was figuring out how to do. I had a CD player.
And it brought you, there was something internally that energized you when you would tinker with technology or any type of,
That streak of
yeah.
mine was being leveraged in
Mm,
my life.
mm-hmm.
Okay, so when I got ready to go to college, it was high school. I had a pre-laptop, that brother typewriter that had a little screen on the top.
Yes.
Mom was like, "What you gonna do with that?" I'm like, "I can see what I'm typing."
Okay,
Why you need to be able to see? You need to look at with words.
can I ask you a question?
I might not answer.
Well, because I'm curious, what would then be the difference between discovering um, what your passion is that will lead you down the road to your destiny and a hobby?
So that's what I'm saying. Sometimes you have to get to where you are in life to realize what tickled your fancy. Now, and then on the other side, some people's hobbies can determine and usher them into their destiny. So what you were minimizing, oh, I just like to work with my hands.
Right.
There was a lady that I met on yesterday, and she raised horses, and she had all kinds of Western stuff that she sold. So she found this chair that was made out of cowhide, one piece of it. She knew it online
Mm-hmm.
that that was the chair that was for her.
Mm-hmm.
Her husband also knew it.
Mm-hmm.
She had made this, she says they were moving to Orlando, some part of Florida, and she said, I'm not buying anything else. They were going to downsize. But she saw this chair. She goes, I have to get it. That's a part of her design. So
Mm-hmm.
you take the chair, you take the fact that they raise horses, and that this woman has a shop online selling these kinds of things.
Mm-hmm.
That I look at that as destiny.
Really?
So her hobby was horses. Then
Okay.
she started making these little trinkets and horse things and riding. And then it now became a business. So her hobby, the
I
way she was made,
okay, I got it.
having a love and affinity for horses,
Mm-hmm.
led her to raising horses,
Right.
led her to actually making money selling horse stuff. You get it now?
I get it.
So
I get it.
some of you all may be dismissing how God has made you, and to you it's a hobby, but God is saying, hey, there's more to this hobby. This hobby can get you paid. And that could be God.
Or just this hobby brings you such fulfillment.
Okay, so how does
There's
fulfillment
there's
and destiny work together? Because what I'm saying is that what people might consider to be a hobby could be God ushering them into destiny.
yeah.
What are you
No,
saying?
with you. You said it could get you paid, but I'm saying sometimes it's destiny isn't always about getting paid. Destiny is just about being fulfilled and living in.
There we go.
That's what I'm saying.
That word fulfill and
Yeah.
fulfillment.
Yeah. Yeah.
Talk about it.
Talk about that. I don't have anything else to say. I just think that there's just a sense of, man, this feels great. Look, even if I don't get paid to do this, there's something on the inside of me that is just um filled with joy and
Satisfied.
satisfaction. Yeah.
Mhm.
So, and I think fulfillment, you can't, as I said earlier, you can't put a price tag on that.
So I wrote down on the paper that you never saw under discovery what feels right.
Hmm.
And then I also wrote down what do you enjoy?
Yeah.
And I think that that's exactly what you
That's
just
a
brought up.
great assignment. What feels right?
Now we're talking about thriving, right? I don't want to talk to anybody that does not think that thriving is important to them, even though we've said no matter what color are you, what race you are, what age you are, if you don't want to thrive, then you won't take up the assignment.
Hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
so you understand what I'm saying? You will stay in a particular
Oh yeah.
place until you start making effort to get to where God's told you can be and where you know you can be. So
Very
the
good.
assignment is.
Yeah. I need to see your paper again. What brings you? What feels right?
Yep.
And what do you enjoy? You, even if you were never paid for it. I remember you want to tell a story about when it came down to your friend. He shared not too long ago. He's like, one thing I know about Jasper, if he never ever got a paycheck, he would still preach the word of God and minister to people.
And pastor.
And that's
Mhm.
fulfillment. That's
And here's the thing, he would tell other people about that.
yeah.
And he's exactly right. Me, that I'm walking in my purpose, I'm moving into destiny.
Yeah.
Were you gonna say something else?
No, go
Because I
ahead.
want to wrap it up with this.
Okay. Well, those are the practical things that you can
What do
do.
you ask yourself? What do you enjoy?
Yeah.
And what brings you fulfillment?
Okay.
Oh, I think we said what feels right
What
and
feels
what do you
right and what
enjoy?
do you enjoy?
We can add what fulfills you.
Mhm.
Okay, so we'll end up here. I'm trying. I want to make sure that I'm honorable in what I say. We start feeling our destiny changing, and well, I don't want to say
Mhm.
destiny, but us discovering our destiny. How's that fit?
I've got to see where you're going because I don't even know if it's changed.
Destiny has not changed.
Right.
So I'm talking about discovery.
Okay.
I said it wrong. Okay. I think destiny is a set place. We
Mm.
just got back from a trip.
Mm.
We drove. Where we were going to, it never changed. We turned the GPS off. We turned Waze off. We stopped to eat. We stopped someplace. Oh, I was passing by Bucky's and I had to have.
Phew.
Yep. My wife said, "What are you
You're
doing?"
going the wrong way.
But our the address never changed.
Hmm.
We had accommodations at that address. So what I'm saying to you is that even as you're moving into destiny, it does not change. You agree?
Is it a set place?
Oh my
Mm.
gosh.
The reason why I don't know if destiny, if you don't think there are different roads of
Yes.
this. Okay, okay,
Okay, so we'll
okay,
start the GPS.
okay.
You can go this way, you can go this way, but this is the fastest way.
No, no, I'm saying, um, in your, you think the same destiny in your 30s is the same destiny in your 60s?
You have to move from one place to the other.
Right.
But
Oh,
the
but you're
end
saying,
never changes.
okay, I agree with that.
So all right,
I
so
agree
let me
with
give you
that.
another one.
I agree with that.
When we were driving back,
Yeah.
they got I want to make it clear for them. When we were driving back, you were looking for a place for us to switch lanes.
Mm.
But they didn't have a Love's truck
No,
station.
for us to switch drivers.
I'm sorry, I
Yeah.
said it wrong. To switch drivers.
Yes.
But she has very high
Oh yeah.
standards for
Restrooms.
traveling restrooms. So she just kept driving. It was my turn to drive. How much longer did you drive?
An hour.
Yes. She drove an hour looking for a restroom.
The right, clean restroom.
Yes. So we had to make a stop there
That's good.
to change up some things.
Mm, mm.
That was along the way. It was how you were made. You don't do
Nasty.
bathrooms on the outside of gas stations that have locks you got to go ask the key for and you can smell it for you. You don't do it.
Don't do that. Hmm. Go
You
ahead.
don't do it. So you ask me, does it change? I think that to walk in destiny is to have destinations along the way.
That's good. Say that one more time. To walk into destiny is to have destinations along the way.
And our hotel was our destination for this trip, but
Mm,
we had stops along the way,
way.
right? So now to go back,
And those stops have different they have they're
one
diff-
had cinnamon covered pecans,
yes,
another one had,
but I'm trying to make it applicable to our life. So there are growing we grow in those stops.
and we grow into those stops.
Oh yeah.
There was a time I couldn't drive,
Yeah.
but then now, 52 years after being 52 years old, now I can handle a car. I got driver's license, I got insurance. But I had to get to 16 first.
Mhm. We even may have to have some accidents in on those
Ooh, the accidents days are gone.
mm,
I had a more than I care. And actually, one accident I had in her city was there was I don't want to be racial here, but there was a Hispanic person that ran across and hit me. I'm sitting on the side, I'm trying to get myself together, and I grabbed my paperwork and they left. They fled the scene. The police come, I tell them what happened. They said, that's typical. Here's the point of that story, because you won't always be treated fairly on your way.
that's good. That's good.
Now we're kind of blending
Oh.
destiny and discovery and focus and our call, but it's coalescing, if you ask me. So everything that happens to you isn't is not designed to make you quit. It's designed to make you understand how to handle things that you never knew how to handle. The first accident I had, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know who to call. Like, do I call the police? Do I call my mama? I'm like, do I sit here? Whatever it was, I did not know what to do.
But now that you're 52,
And I won't have any accidents anymore. I know what to do, but I won't
mhm,
need to know what to do.
mhm,
So God will grow you along the way. Some stuff along the way will be incredible surprises that only God, we call it, God will sing in your key of music.
Bucky's.
Right. There's some anointed about those cinnamon covered pecans. All right. So now I'm gonna move to this. I hope this is blessing you all. So we've had many stops when it comes to ministry. I started when I was called when I was 8, started preaching when I was 9, yada, 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 all my stuff, college, seminary, all those kinds of things. God called us to start the church. And then there became this holy frustration that started happening at the end of 2023. It was between both of us. You gonna say amen, a blink or something?
I was I was just
Oh, okay.
I was
I
waiting.
said between both of us. Okay, all right. Top of the year, we're like, okay, God, this doesn't feel right. Church has changed. We took some time to pray, didn't have any answers. I'm gonna hit fast forward. As we sit here, August of 2024, we still have a call. We still have a destiny. We still have purpose, but God has to wrap up some things so that he can birth some other things.
Yeah.
God in your life In order for you to thrive,
Mm.
God's going to have to bring some things to a closure. I saw this one, I think I may have posted it. Nobody has to understand your call
Yeah.
because they were not on the phone with you when you got it. People do not have to understand. Now, some stuff is just dumb. Some stuff is unwise. You don't want to take other people's counsel, any of those kinds of things. But if you know that God said you, I'll never challenge anybody that says God told me.
Yeah.
That's between you and God. But if somebody's seeking wisdom, remember that young lady the other day? We gave her wisdom.
Hmm.
Okay, I'll suggest. I'll tell you. Well,
You
you
just
got
have to
something to
say
say.
it, but if it's, you can't say it's God and it's not, it doesn't align with his word. You just can't. That's all I was going to say.
But what I'm gonna say is, if you say it's God and you ask me what I think, then I'll tell you that is not God because it is not in His Word. But if you tell me it's God, I might say, keep praying about that
Hmm.
because I just have a challenging someone else about what they hear.
Oh, yes. Yes.
That ought to be between themselves and God.
Yes. Hmm.
All right, you gonna pray for us? Have y'all enjoyed it? We didn't ask you too much to drop anything in the chat, even though we'll see it after I go to Starbucks. Wait on slow internet, I guess.
We hope you have. And
I want you to look right there in that camera, right there, and speak to the people out in TV land.
well, first, I do want to let you all know we are here every Thursday. This is something that we are committed to. You can see the information that is at the bottom, if you want to join us and keep informed and up to date with all the happenings and the Williams household and what we're doing in ministry, then please text that JW3 to 844-868-9955. All right, let us.
And some of y'all might even, if this is a blessing, there's my cash app. Hit it.
Yeah.
Hit it. You always feed the mouth that's feeding you. I'm done.
Okay. All right. Uh, let me just pray for those that feel frustrated. You feel like you're at a point in your life where you are just on this hamster wheel going through the motions.
Mm.
And I just say to you, I say specifically to you, you don't have to stay there. And I bless you with courage. I bless you with the knowing that that is not God's best for you. I bless you to peruse your life, take a snapshot of what you do enjoy, how God has designed you, and figure out how those things can be applied in your life so that you, my friend, can get to that destination, that destiny that God has specifically and beautifully made for you. So I bless you to do the difficult things, to make some uncomfortable decisions, but more importantly, to trust that the Lord loves you and has an amazing plan and purpose for you. We believe in God that you won't live life surviving, but you will choose to thrive.
We've enjoyed you, and I just bring attention one more time to the text information at the bottom of the screen if you want to get alerts about what it is that we're doing next. So, God bless y'all. Have a good one. Monday is Mental Health Monday, and we're picking up on emotions again. This is a good one for men and women. Um, come and see.